Hey YouTube, here we are out on Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Um, it's cold tonight. As you can tell, there's a ton of snow. We probably got 6 inches last night. If you've been following my videos at all, they've been kind of sporadic in a way. My life has been kind of hectic, and I think my videos are going to show that. I was burnt out from life in the city. I have been offered a job here in Upper Michigan, Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And actually a better job. I took the job. I left my apartment in the big city. I have basically moved out here. Um, I do have a place where I'm going to be staying. I guess you could say it would be my permanent address. Um, but most of the vast majority of my nights and days are going to be spent here when I'm not working. You know, very much so. I am camping out here. I'm not living out here, but I'm camping out here full time. So, but yeah, so yeah, my life has changed a lot. We're not really getting into that in this video. This video is more about camping. I figured, I'm transitioning into the 9 to 5 type, work life in the city to moving out to Michigan's Upper Peninsula and jumping into a tiny old camper in the dead of an intense winter with a lot of snow. So, things, if you follow my videos, I started out here with a battery light and a small buddy heater, and we kept her warm and I didn't complain. And things progressed. I found where electricity was here on the farm. We hooked up power and I tried running some electric heaters. It didn't really work very well with the extension cords I had. It didn't feel safe. The buddy heater seemed all right, but very expensive to run the 1 pound tanks. I ended up getting a wall mounted heater that the original owner of the camper was using. I got it from him with some 20 pound tanks. I've worked out a few of the bugs. I got a smoke alarm, carbon monoxide detector. I have fresh air. I leave fresh air open. But the biggest thing I've done so far, folks, and with the electricity, the only thing I'm running now is a couple LED light bulbs. You can see one of the windows is lit up. And I run a fan. That's it. But the biggest thing I did for heating this place, and any kind of skirting would work, but this worked really good. As you can see, I buried the camper. I completely banked it in with snow all the way around. There is no air flowing underneath the camper anymore. It is completely 100% surrounded in snow. So all the way around the camper, I banked it in. We'll take a look. There's my shovel. The light is getting bad. It's night, coming up on nighttime. So, there we are. Here's the door. The door. There it is. Right to the snow, right to the line. And I'm going to bank this snow up even higher after this video is done. There's my propane tank feeding the camper. There's the back of the camper, my poor air conditioner. But there we are, folks. We are banked and sealed up 100%. The way the snow works, in my opinion, I'm banking it in like this. We'll go over here and get a little better view of the camper when I talk. But the way the snow works when you bank it in like this is the floor stays warm now. There's no cold air cooling the floor down. It's just the floor warms up and it stays warm. The camper or the snow also works as insulation, but I don't know how. The insulation's great, and if you could pile all the way over it and keep an air hole, that'd be even better. But, I imagine most of my heat escapes out my window or whatever, but I was definitely losing heat from the cold air being underneath the camper. And now that it's completely sealed up, there's no more cold air flowing. I'm, to keep this video short, I'm probably using 1/5 of the amount of propane I was using before to heat this. I've turned, instead of running 2 heaters, sometimes 3 heaters, I'm down to 1 heater running on low. My propane costs have been, by doing this, have just been slashed to it's going to be insane. I'm actually going to be able to turn the heat off at times, and maybe get a thermostat where it kicks on and off. You know, it heats up as I need it. If I had that kind of heater, this would be ideal. Before, when there was cold air going underneath the camper, you couldn't heat it. You couldn't get it warm and keep it warm. You had to continuously add heat to the air to keep it warm. And it's not that the trailer's poorly insulated. It was the cold air from underneath, the cold floor. You just can't keep heating that. Heat rises. So, you know, I trap it in. There's no more wind underneath cooling it down. And the floor is able to warm up now, and it stays warm. I can, you know, barefoot in there is comfortable now, where before it was cold. So there's a ton of snow out here, guys. I'm just going to give you, we'll do a little bit of the, so here's camp. There's a tower off in the distance. That's the only lights I can see from camp. I have no neighbors out here, guys. None in the winter anyways. There's a couple hunting camps that are close by, and the guys might come out in the summer once in a while too, but and they're not even close to me. So there's camp. There's the back of the 40. You know, the woods line there. It's a dark, cloudy night, but it's just so peaceful. I'll shut up and you can just absorb it, but so down there, those maple trees, that's the end of my driveway. That's where the road is. You can't tell I'm here when you drive by. Down there by the tree line, the road is, and you can, if you were there, you could probably see my car, maybe. There's the tower again. And here's the camp. You know, the back 40. But here we are, guys. I mean, this is as peaceful as it gets. You can probably hear the cows. I got a couple cows right here. The cows do come in the back 40 here. The fence is right there. You can't really see it right now, but got a couple cows here. You can probably hear them munching. But yeah, so there's my setup, guys. You know, I'm losing daylight bad now, but here's camp, and we are banked in. I'm going to be here full time now. So I start work in a couple weeks. I'm going to be doing a little bit of training at work, but for the most part, I'm just getting set up to live out here. You know, or stay out here full time, I should say. I'm not living out here, I'm camping, but I'm just getting set to do that. You know, I got the propane. I might get some bigger tanks, maybe some 40 pounders. The 20-pound exchange program is great, but you do get more propane in the tank. You get the full 20 pounds if you get it filled somewhere. So that's what I did today. It cost $10 versus 21 with, you know, tax and everything. It was $21 to exchange a tank, and you could tell that it would slosh around in there. When you get a tank filled, or at least when I did today, there was no slosh. It was just heavy. It was filled with propane. So, and it was $10. So I'm going to be getting them filled from now on. I'm probably going to buy a 40 pounder, maybe even a 100 pounder, but the 40 pounder would probably work better for my car. But yeah, no problem staying warm, guys. I know there's multiple ways to skirt a trailer. Snow probably in some ways is the best way, but it's definitely not going to be the way people are going to be using all the time. But get the skirting if you need to skirt it somehow. It's going to save you a ton of propane, and it's going to take a lot of that chill out of the air. You're going to be able to stay warm. So, all right, guys, here we are, full-time camping. Follow my channel. My videos are only going to get better. I'm trying to keep them, you know, entertaining for you guys, and basically what I'm doing is documenting my transition from leaving the big city and the big city life, and moving out to this RV and living off the grid. I'm homeless by choice in a way, you know. Like I said, I do have a place, but I didn't move out here because I had to or anything like that because of finances. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is going to save me a bundle, and who couldn't stand to save some money? I definitely can. I'm not rich, but you know, I'm not poor either. So this is my place. You know, I think a lot of people. I consider myself very fortunate to have this. I'm a lucky man. So here's my place. You know, we're staying warm at night. The neighbors are nice. There's these cows here. They beller sometimes and make some noise and a lot of mooing, but other than that, they don't even bother me with that, to tell you the truth. So it beats the slamming of the doors in a condo or an apartment in the city. I will say that right now. So yep, guys, I made the jump. This is the real deal. You know, I am going to be documenting living in a camper. In a lot of ways off the grid. I have propane heat, electric light, but I don't think I'm going to be running a lot of air conditioner or heavy electric heaters or anything like that. I'm kind of and on it, if I had a propane or a solar panel, the amount of lighting I'm using, I could probably get away with batteries and solar lighting. So, you know, I'm fortunate enough where I can plug in here and I can get my water here. So I'm going to take advantage of it. But, you know, other than that, it's it's definitely not off grid. I'm plugged in, but you know, it's that if you got the solar panels off Amazon, you could damn near do the same thing I'm doing and haul water jugs, you know, and propane, because the amount of electricity I'm using is coming from one extension cord and it's a couple LED lights for lighting. So, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the video. There's camp one last time. You guys have a good night. We'll take a look around here real quick. The daylight is definitely leaving us, but well, it looks like I got company. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good day.